Today happened to be Wednesday, May the 6th, 2020, the time being about 5:50 p.m. 2020, time of the vision, time for change, time to wake up, time to pay attention. I greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace, and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, my YouTube videos, whether you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I greet all of you with the same universal greetings of peace, and the blessings of God be with you. I like to greet all my Muslim brothers. Muslim is one who submit himself to God. Islam means peace. And if anybody know the Holy Quran, they know it's zero tolerance of racism. Muslims are not just Arabic, Arabian people. Muslims are Puerto Rican, Mexicans. You have Muslims of all nationality. Some people don't know that. Earlier today, I was over here like I am now, feeding the geese and their families. Now, first I want to say, as the sun rises from the east, eventually, with the moon and the stars, even Earth, in accordance to nature, in accordance to God's will, it would set in the west, just like those trucks. They're going forward on Interstate 55, southbound. That one there is going on Interstate 57, northbound. You wouldn't see them going in reverse on this highway because it's against the law. It's against God's law for the sun to rise from the west here that I'm facing and then set in the east. It's against God's law. Now let me show you how ignorant some of my critics are. This morning I was reciting what they call the Al-Fatiha. It's the opening prayer for Muslims. And when I was reciting it, this individual that claimed to be my two youngest daughter's cousins, he made a comment on there, he or she made a comment on that YouTube video that I posted this morning. And he said, what am I doing saying the fruit of Islam's prayer? Anybody know anything about the fruit of Islam? That's not the fruit of Islam. Didn't author or produce that prayer. What he meant to say, and then when I put him in what I call checkmate, he went and Googled up something to see the history of somebody or a group or a sect that is called the Nation of Islam. He did some research on it. And you can see he Googled it up, because if you look what he said verbatim, it's exactly what Google give you the definition of the Nation of Islam, and then it tell you what the fruit of Islam is. He even went on to say who was the commander, which anybody know the Nation of Islam at this point is Louis Farrakhan. Before that, it was Elijah Muhammad. But now let me tell you, Mikey said that, number one, we showed him that that's not, well, the fruit of Islam is not the sect's name. They just a group of individuals that secure some of their temples and some of their members and their chief and commander. So he then went and looked that up, and then he recited it, like I said, verbatim of what the definition said. He didn't know. It took him a while to go back. And I told him to show me the fruit of Islam, even the Nation of Islam, mentioned in any Holy Quran. The Holy Quran would mention certain sects of Muslims. You see, the Nation of Islam is only, the only group of individuals that said that they're Muslims that says fraud Muhammad was God. He came in the flesh. Muslims worldwide nowhere agree with that nor accept that. But that's the Nation of Islam prerogative. It's just like gangs or organizations. They make their rules and their laws. You have certain individuals like Oral Roberts wrote his own Bible. But that's not the Bible that God wrote. That ain't the Bible that God inspired and gave divine revelations to the apostles. You see, one thing about Mikey and John Cole, now Mikey, my daughter's them asked Mikey a question. He said, since you say you are our cousin, where were you at when we was kidnapped, taken out of our house when we was 1 and 2 years old, and in the streets in Chicago for 70 days and 70 nights, and my little sister's arm had been broken in the streets for at least a minimum of 2 weeks? Mikey told him, first of all, y'all wasn't kidnapped because y'all mother automatically have custody. When you married, you fool, neither one of the parents automatically have no custody. It's equal custody until a judge do it, you ignorant fool. I would be glad even now, Satan the Rajim. I seek refuge with God from Satan, the rejected enemy, the accused, accursed devil. Now, Mikey told them that the reason why he didn't come get them for those 70 days and 70 nights is solely because he didn't know where they was at. Now he claimed that I'm a child rapist, I'm touching my daughters. Now he even saying me and one of my neighbors is chasing little kids down the street. But ain't no police knocked at my door. But Mikey know where I live right now. So if you felt that your cousins, as you say, is in danger of me touching you, bring your tough behind on to my house and try to come get them. Bring every mob member, if you're in the mob, bring every mob member that you have. And I guarantee you, some funeral home gonna be full of you and anybody foolish enough to come with you. When it come to my daughters, you coward punk, you, John Cole, and any of Mike Graham, Bo Taylor, any of y'all think you tough enough. You said I'm messing with my children? Come and take them if you're tough. I'll show you how tough I am. I'll show you better than telling you. But we know one thing about Mikey, he know nothing about Islam. You see, he talked and put himself in checkmate. He's that big rat. He say he had 3 sons. I'll guarantee you if he have 3 sons, if they anything like him, this water have more sense than him. I'm not going to even say anything about his sons because I don't even know him, don't even know if he have any sons. But if his sons follow behind him, I know they don't have no sense. Mikey is an individual that we call the walking dead. He's already dead, but he's just too tired to fall down and gone into permanent sleep. But the way he going, somebody will put him there. Mikey Jones and John Cole, y'all study X about that letter that was sent to me that said it was the outfit. Why don't y'all come get it and do what you want to do with it? But Mikey, I'll be waiting for you to come rescue your 2 cousins from my house. I guarantee you, if you come on the property, you can come with every mob member you got, chump. Every mob member you got. You could be a police officer, you could be a sheriff, you could be the judge. Come and try to take him, Mikey. That's what you do. I got something for you, boy. A girl, whichever one you is. But he don't know nothing about Islam, y'all. The only thing he knows is the Nation of Islam, and he didn't really know that. He thought they called the fruit of Islam. But let me tell you, Mikey said that the Muslim called Malcolm a rat. If the Nation called him a rat, that's the Nation. The Nation has nothing to do with Muslims worldwide. Malcolm was looked at as an honorable, respectful Muslim. When he learned Islam, everybody, when they taught something, you was taught and probably still believe Christopher Columbus discovered America. Me and a bunch of other people with good sense, we know Christopher Columbus, excuse me, didn't discover America. Just like Malcolm X know that the Quran don't speak of nothing calling black Muslims. Malcolm said he was a Muslim, one who submitted himself to God. Mikey, you is the accursed devil. But one thing about the devil will never survive, Mikey. And like I said, since you and John Cole and a few other ones said I'm doing something to my daughters, why don't you come rescue your cousins? You better check out that preacher, what was passing out that John Cole. You check out that preacher that's riding around, the big white preacher that's riding around in that big white van, messing with them young girls. It'll catch up with him. It'll catch up with him. Some of the parents got bad backgrounds and they don't want to tell the police about it. But me and you know, John Cole, if you ain't the preacher yourself, peace be still.